When entering a street from a private alley or driveway, you must A. Pull up to the edge of the curb immediately. B. Stop, look, and yield to pedestrians before crossing over the sidewalk. C. Only make a right turn. D. Wait until oncoming traffic has a red light before you go. When entering a street from a private alley or driveway, you must B. Stop, look, and yield to pedestrians before crossing over the sidewalk. Vehicles entering the roadway from parking lots, alleys, and driveways have to cross over the sidewalk before they get to the street. This situation can make things especially dangerous for pedestrians. It becomes even more dangerous around driveways and alleys with blind corners due to buildings, plants, or other obstructions. If you see a diamond-shaped sign, it will be what type of sign? A. Stop sign. B. Regulatory sign. C. Warning sign. D. Guide sign. If you see a diamond-shaped sign, it will be A. C. Warning sign. You can tell a lot about a road sign just by looking at its shape and color. Diamond-shaped road signs are used for warnings and hazards. They have a yellow background with black symbols or letters. These types of signs communicate upcoming hazards and changes in the road that you'll need to be aware of. Crossbuck signs indicate A. You are approaching an intersection. B. You are approaching a railroad crossing. C. You must come to a complete stop. D. You must yield to other traffic. Crossbuck signs indicate B. You are approaching a railroad crossing. A crossbuck symbol on a road sign is used to communicate that you are approaching a railroad crossing. These signs are typically a yellow circle with a black X design. What is a no zone? A. The blind spots for large vehicles. B. An area marked with a red X. C. The shared center turn lane. D. The blind spots around standard passenger vehicles. What is a no zone? A. The blind spots for large vehicles. The no zone describes the blind spots around trucks and other larger vehicles. These blind spots cover a larger area than the blind spots of standard passenger cars. Large vehicles have blind spots or no zones to the front, behind, and on each side of the vehicle. If you are driving near a large truck, it is important that you do not linger in the driver's no zone for longer than you need to. When can you drive in a bike lane? A. Always. B. Never. C. Within 500 feet of a right turn. D. Within 200 feet of a right turn. When can you drive in a bike lane? D. Within 200 feet of a right turn. Bike lanes are marked areas on the right side of the road that are designated for bicycles only. Vehicles are not permitted to park inside or otherwise block a bike lane. Drivers are allowed to drive in a bike lane when it is necessary to cross over it in order to make a right turn at the next intersection. You may not drive for more than 200 feet inside of the bike lane before the turn. In a vehicle equipped with dual airbags, the safest place for infants is A. Any seat. B. The front seat. C. The back seat. D. On the driver's lap. In a vehicle equipped with dual airbags, the safest place for infants is C. The back seat. While airbags are designed to help keep an adult safe in the event of a crash, they can present a serious safety risk for small children. For this reason, all small children, infants, and babies should be seated in the back seat in an appropriate car seat or booster seat. It is important to confirm that any car seats or booster seats are the right size based on the child's weight and height. It is also important to confirm that the seat is latched on properly and securely to the car. Where are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur? A. Highway interchanges. B. Freeways. C. Intersections. D. Business districts. C. Intersections are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur. The cause of these collisions at intersections is often due to the driver of the car not seeing the motorcycle. That is why it is important to look twice for motorcyclists and to make a conscious effort to scan the road ahead and around you for motorcycles. Due to their small size and speed, spotting motorcycles is more difficult than spotting other cars. Before entering your vehicle, A. Lift the hood to check the engine. B. Do a visual inspection and check for any obstacles. C. Make sure your spare tire is visible. D. Put both your headphones in and turn on your music. Before entering your vehicle, B. Do a visual inspection and check for any obstacles. Before you get inside a parked car and get ready to drive, it is smart to do a visual inspection around your vehicle. Once you've completed the visual inspection, you can enter the vehicle, adjust your seat and mirrors, and fasten your seatbelt. Be sure to use your mirrors, check your blind spots, and look over your shoulder as you reverse and get on your way. What does a flashing red light mean? A. The same thing as a yield sign. B. The same thing as a solid red light. C. The same thing as a stop sign. D. The same thing as a yellow light. What does a flashing red light mean? C. The same thing as a stop sign. Come to a complete stop at the limit line and proceed when safe after yielding to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles in the intersection. At a four-way intersection with a flashing red light, the same right-of-way rules apply as if the intersection was controlled by stop signs. If an oncoming driver is heading toward you in your lane, you should A. Honk your horn, steer towards the left side of the road, and use the brakes to slow down. B. Honk your horn, steer towards the right side of the road, and use the brakes to slow down. C. Slam on the brakes. D. Flash your headlights. If an oncoming driver is heading toward you in your lane, you should B. Honk your horn, steer towards the right side of the road, and use the brakes to slow down. Your number one priority in the event of a potential head-on crash will be to avoid the collision altogether. Heading towards the right side of the road is typically the best route. If you head towards the left, the driver may correct their steering and still hit you. If you cannot avoid a collision, being able to reduce your speed can reduce the force of the impact. Great job! Here are some of your next steps to getting your learner's permit or driver's license. Read and study the official driver handbook from your state DMV. Take more free practice tests at puedomanejar.com. Gather all your necessary forms and documents before you visit the DMV office. Before you know it, you'll be driving in your very own car all by yourself. puedomanejar.com. Free DMV practice tests and much more to help you pass your real exams. Visit us today.